Hello swords friends! Look what I got here today. A Zweihänder, also known as the German style longsword. So now, with all those features you might recognize, and also you anticipated for this longsword for a long time, here I bring it to you. So now I'm outside those industrial parks, so you might hear all those crazy noises when they do all the production, but I beg your pardon. Back to business. This is a really classical design feature languages you will find from Swordier. Now I step up to start from the bottom to the top right here. So as you can see, this is really a traditional those twisted thin stopper pommel, pinned as well. Now you can take a look at it. Take a look at the hilt right here. So basically the hilt is wrapped with those silicone rubber, and you will see those leather hilt also riveted by the leather to create this twisting around to give you the better grip on the hilt right here. And the hilt already 48 centimeters. Normally when you have the longsword, you will see we have like a 33 and also 28 centimeter, but this one is 48 centimeters for this beautiful longsword. Ring guard as well. You will see this beautiful longsword with those 18B type from our former videos and our former release sword. So speaking of the scabbard right here, so this is really a PU leather scabbard to make it simple and also easier to do the shaping. We don't want to spend much more time or some design, fancy design on the scabbard. We want to use to focus on the blade itself. So here's the buckle right here. You can easily take it out. Here's how easy it can be to take out the blade. Note that the blade itself is already 1.2 meters. Now, you can make a direct compare with my height right here. My height is 185 centimeters. So basically, this is the size, very formidable, and it's maneuverable. The weight for this longsword is 2.8 kilogram. I know it's heavy, right? And the blade is soft. Now I'm going this way. It's made of spring steel. This is really a common design feature. Of course, next I'm gonna do the test for the cuttings of the tatami mat, and I'm gonna do a lot of destructive tests for this longsword as well, because it's battle ready, it's well sharpened. We're definitely gonna try it out and also test the limit, and also of course test how safe it can be, because this is the priority. When we design the sword, you're gonna have a safe start to play with it and practice with it. And of course, when you're talking about like a cutting practice, you're gonna think about the point of balance. For this longsword, it's 12 centimeters, basically from the crossguard right here. 12 centimeters from the base, not from this crossguard right here. All right, so this is really important to remember that. And I got to say, this is the ultimate cold weapons you can get from Swordier to do all the cuttings, right? So let's try it out. So before I do all the cuttings, I still want you guys to check it out, the sharpness of the blade. All right, so there's a little bit windy today, but still, let me check it. There we go. So now I change it to a different edge. Still very sharp, right? So let me do it slowly by going forward. Let's test out the tatami mat. There we go. Very smooth. There we go. So basically I did like a triple cuttings. It's really smooth and easy because it's had like a 2.5 kilograms the weight. So it's really easy to maneuver, even though I do a little bit of different directions to do the cuttings. So it's really good. So when you have a longsword in your hand, what you gonna do? You gotta test the limit, right? So basically there's like 8 bottles, big size, 1 liter water bottle right here. I'm not sure if I can do it successfully, but definitely I'm gonna test it out because when you have the longsword, you're gonna consider all those elements like the factors, like the alignment and also the vibration during the cuttings. So I will do my best to do that, to see the limit. So when you have it, you can definitely feel comfortable and safe to play with it. Woo! So basically, I have 2 bottles left right there. It kind of like giving me those like a really cool fit when I do this. This is my first time to try it out for the bottles right here. You see, this is a really big size of those 1 liter water bottles. But I do my best. Definitely you can check it out to test the limit of this beautiful Zweihänder. All right, so this is really fun to play with it. Really sharp. You barely needed the force to do that, as long as you control the alignment and also the directions. It stayed right there. How about we do something like heavy cuttings to test the limit of this beautiful longsword. All right, so from the easy part to the hardest part. So I have those tin foil beer bottles, right? So this is kind of like the heavy cuttings. I'm gonna cut them in half. All right, so before I do that, there's some clarification I'm gonna make. This is a expired beer. All right, so we got it from a warehouse locally. It's expired. All right, it's not like a fresh one. Expired. So don't call me wasted. It's not wasted. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna cut it from the horizontal to see how it's gonna work out, and also how the blade will hold up when cutting those tinfoil bottles. So let's see. Now, I know I'm not controlling it very beautifully, but it all cuts through. There we go. Every bottle of them is finished right there. While we still have those beers on the blade surface, normally I would recommend you guys, when you do the cutting, you just wipe it off, because I don't have the tissues right here. So I will just continue testing using the bamboo. All right, so this is really important to cut the dry bamboo to test like the edge rotation and everything. We cut already the beer bottles. I'm gonna show the blade face later to you guys to see how the edge rotation it held up right there. All right, so let's see. Well, you can check, this is the perfect angle, really thick dry bamboo, even the joint right here, it cuts through. And here is the blade itself. Now, I have the tissues, right? And right after I cut the bamboo, there's some like a color dented right there. But let's start from the top right here. There we go. There's no chipping. There's no back road of the edge. All perfectly forged and finish all those challenges like what I did today. Right after all those heavy cuttings, this is a must do. We checked edge rotation, right? It's still smooth, very smooth. This is basically the most heavy packed place. Now I make a compare with this dry bamboo. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it successful, but I'm gonna try it out, all right? So here's the sound. Super dry bamboo with a super thick size, all right? So let's see. I think there's no better way to make a compare like that. This is the size, and this is the direct compare for this formidable longsword. All right, it'll work out pretty good. Edge rotation is doing pretty well as well. I cut it like a multiple times, as you can see. So this is like a more ultimate testing for this beautiful longsword. It worked out. It can definitely designed for doing those heavy duty cuttings. Of course, you can use it to do the practice to work out for your formations and also for practice all those historical European martial arts as well. All right, so I really love this sword. This is basically a design features passed along from the last 20A, from the last 18B design feature with the cross guard and also the pommel right here. It worked really good. And now, of course, you can get it from our website, Swordier.com, to get this beautiful German longsword. And until next time, my friend, stay tuned and stay sharp.